Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back with me, Isna Laili from 4A class of English Education Department. In this opportunity, I would give a brief explanation about the articles that I have read before. So, without any further ado, let's move to the topic. The first article is Grammar-Based Translation Method in Translation Teaching by Roswani Siregar. The purpose of the translation teaching is to enable students to apply theories of translation that have been studied previously into the real works. This translation theory is very important to learn in basic translation training. The research of a method that used is experimental method with C-test and post-test designed. The result of the data analysis show that translation teaching by GTM method can improve the student's ability to render the text from first language into second language and vice versa. The students' commentaries implied the willingness to improve their vocabulary in second language. Instructors need to make some innovation in the GTM or incorporate those methods with other methods such as reading to improve grammar skills as well as increase the numbers of students' vocabulary. In the field of interaction, the use of English in a question and answer session and giving example and exercise repeatedly and alternately from students individual to other students as well as group to other groups increase the transfer of knowledge and maintains the spirit of participant in training. Okay, the second article is the effect of using silent way method toward the student speaking performance by Nur Nalisa. The purpose of the research is to introduce to the students a silent way method in order to make the student successful in speaking. This article used quantitative research. The result of the information investigation, the researcher find as follows. There are many effects from the experiment class, which taught by silent way method. The silent way method can increase the student speaking performance of the 8th grades at SMPN 9 Metro. They tried to speak and express their own idea. The students are more interested when the teacher uses the silent way method in the class. They are active and participative in following the process of learning. Next, the effectiveness of songs for teaching speaking by Titis Wisnu Wijaya. This study belongs to experimental research. The purpose of this study is to find out whether there is a difference in the teaching speaking ability of students in the experimental and control class. Songs might play a role in lexical membranes when melody repeats verse as the simple part of fact. The result is there is a significant difference in speaking ability between teaching speaking by songs and teaching speaking without song. The data show that post-test mean in the experimental group is 17.47 is higher than the post-test mean in the control group, 13.85. It has advantage in developing student speaking ability by using songs. The suggestion is hopefully a great use to improve English teaching, especially in English speaking skill. There are some recommendations. The first one is using songs in teaching can give benefit to develop student speaking ability. Thus, the facilitator is suggested to apply media song in the English teaching and learning process. And the second, the researcher suggests other researchers to design a similar topic of study or to develop other skill. Next article, Strategies for Teaching Reading Comprehension by Muslaini. The purpose of the research is to find out how reading comprehension was taught at an Islamic boarding school in PD Jaya. The strategies that were used by the researcher to teaching reading comprehension and the response of the students toward the teaching learning of reading comprehension. The research was designed as a descriptive qualitative study. And the result? These two teachers at Jumala Amal used various strategies for teaching reading comprehension, such as using the grammar translation method and cooperative learning techniques via jigsaw, snowball, think pair set, numbered heads together, and extra. They also use various media like games, pictures, and picture series. They modified the strategies used for teaching depending on the materials and or the genre of the text studied. By using various strategies, the process of teaching learning reading comprehension was made more interesting. The choice of strategy used by the teachers depend on the materials, the indicator, and the purpose of learning based on the syllabus and the curriculum. Next, strategy instruction in the teaching of writing. Reservist teachers' self-perception of their writing and their practice of teaching writing by Chanda Islam PhD. These researchers collected qualitative and quantitative data. The purpose of this study was to explore elementary pre-service teachers' attitudes toward writing, their perceived competency as writers, and the extent to which this attitude and perception change after 16 weeks of research-based professional training. The result is pre-service teachers' attitudes about writing were linked to how well prepared they were in applying writing strategies and to whether they felt competent in teaching writing to elementary students. Overall, the teacher candidate found value in the professional training, reporting that the method's course helped them feel confident in teaching the Common Core writing standards. Next, the effect of task-based language teaching on the teaching practice of pre-service English teacher by Nadia Ma'mun. The researcher used the quantitative method in the form of experimental research with one group design. This present study investigated the effect of task-based language teaching on the teaching practice of pre-service English teacher. And the result showed that task-based language teaching had a positive effect. It makes the pre-service English teachers implement task-based language teaching as follows: the appropriateness of TBLT for all types of groups. It improves learners' interaction skills. It enhances learners' intrinsic motivation. It also supports collaborative learning. Next is the technique in teaching listening skill by Hidayah Nur. This research described the techniques in teaching listening skill of the Islamic high school student at MAN 3 Banjarmasin in academic year 2009 and 2010. The data were analyzed by using descriptive method, qualitatively and quantitatively by concluding inductively. The result indicates that the technique in teaching listening applied by the English teacher of the 10th grade student at MAN 3 Banjarmasin in academic year 2009 and 2010 are information transfer, paraphrasing and translating, answering questions, summarizing, filling in the blank, and answering to show comprehension of message. The student ability of listening comprehension using 6 techniques is categorized in very high and average level. Next is Students' Obstacle on Autonomous English Learning by Andi Dian Rahmawan. This study attempts to give teachers a perspective regarding what problems students face during the process of learning English material by employing the autonomous learning. This is a descriptive qualitative research. The data would be explained descriptively. The result is that all of the respondents are agree that teacher or lecturer should come to the class. Not necessarily till the time is over, but more on giving support and feedback when the students are in the class at the scheduled time. Teacher should be asked to discuss students' problems during their learning process at home. Obstacle they found. Support of their parents, whether it is less or more than what is expected, and so on. This research respondent claimed that the supportive and obstacle variables of autonomous model should be discussed and realized by the teacher, meaning that teachers should be aware about everything related to this learning model as a way to attain the learning goals. Next, exploring EFL teachers' perspective on collaborative learning activities in senior high school context by Christian Florencio Wijaya. This is a qualitative study aimed to explore EFL teachers' perspective on collaborative learning activities in senior high school context. The result is the collaborative learning played a paramount role in developing EFL senior high school student intellectual, social, and compassion values, since they are demanded to not merely share such a mutual understanding, create more positive rapport, give significant contribution to their group, ingrain more robust learning commitment as a united group, and persistently work hard in hand to accomplish various challenging learning tasks. Okay, next, challenges and strategies using application in online teaching during pandemic by Francisca M. Enatukan. A qualitative method was employed in this research, and the research aims to investigate the challenge using the application in online teaching classroom during the COVID-19 pandemic and the strategies used by the teacher to solve their problem in online teaching classroom. The results show that teachers had the challenge such as operating the application during online learning, developing the material assessment and evaluation in teaching, developing the teaching method, combining the material and application, and the last is motivating the student and parents. The strategies used by the teachers when using the application in teaching, such as watching the video tutorial, choosing a suitable application for teaching, arranging the new learning schedule, developing the creativity in designing the material, and the last is giving the simple material and tasks for the student. Okay guys, that's all a brief explanation about the articles that I have read, and thanks for watching.